I never lose the opportunity. If somebody tells me they want me to come be part of their life and take pictures, I will do it. So one of my friends who was a teacher, very prim, very proper, also a poet, told me that if I wouldn't tell people the stories that I discovered when I went with her back to her hometown in West Plains, I could come take pictures. I thought, oh wow, this sounds really interesting, although I couldn't have imagined what I was going to see. Well, her mother lived in a shack. At the time, she lived in a shack, even though Bev was grown and teaching. Her mom loved her shack in West Plains, and there were incredible images. I stayed in this room with these dolls, and the doll picture, I think I had an allergy attack after allergy attack. There was no window, so the rain was coming in. The calendar was from 15 years before. Clearly, these were beautiful dolls, but the dolls were all left alone, and I'm taking this picture of, again, what is beautiful and what is abandoned at the same time, and trying to capture it. But what I realized when I was taking the pictures is that that's exactly how Bev felt about her place. So I took pictures of Bev in the shack behind. She's always behind something. She is behind the screen, she is behind a pole. So I took a picture of them posing in front of the shack. And there's her mom, so proud of this house and what's happening and what she did with it. And there's Bev hiding behind the pole. So I hope that when people see these pictures, they see this proud woman, proud of her environment, proud what she did, proud how she persevered, along with her daughter, who really did live there and was part of it, only she was also embarrassed by it. And I think that the pictures that I took, hopefully again, tell what happens when you leave a place. You grew up somewhere, you leave it, and then you're not really a part of it anymore. Bev's mom kept everything about Bev. It's a monument to Bev, her picture in the middle of all of these things in a room. And I just like the whole idea of it. But what happened later on is Bev said, I was going somewhere in Arkansas, and Bev said, don't stop by the house again. You're going to be so discouraged. It's been abandoned since my mother died. People have made a haunted house of it. Don't go there. Okay, right, give me the key. She said, give you the key. I don't think you understand. The place is open. There's nothing. The doors aren't there anymore. The windows are broken through. It's not the shack anymore. Now it's really nothing. I said, great, I'm going. So I went, and I haven't done that show. It's kind of when I stopped, and I'll talk a little bit why I stopped my photography, but I took all the pictures and the contrast. There was always a little something left of what her mother had created, but just a little bit, like maybe there was one glass jar among 20 broken glass jars, or there was Bev's bookcase, but not any of the things on it. So I thought, here again is an example of a vanishing and neglected culture, but the person keeps it intact. And when the person with all the strength leaves, then physically the place kind of falls apart. And I captured it, but I haven't figured out yet how to put those two things together.